Committee for the Village of Hoffman Estates for January 14th, 2019. May I have a roll call, please?
Chairman Arnett.
Present.
Vice Chairman Mills. Trustee Stanton.
Present.
Trustee Newell.
Present.
Trustee Palafis.
Present.
Trustee Gata.
Present.
Mayor McLeod.
Present.
Thank you. We do have a quorum. If I can get approval of the minutes for December 10th, 2018.
So moved. I'll second.
Any questions or additions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. We have one new item in new business, request approval of an ordinance declaring village property surplus and permitting the sale of personal property owned by the village.
So moved. I'll second.
Anyone have any questions or anything? Staff need to add anything? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, we'll move on to reports for information only. Number one is Cable TV Monthly Report. Anything to add or anything? Okay, request that this report be received and filed. Number two, Human Resources Monthly Management Report. Questions or anything? Okay, this report will also be received and filed. And number three, Legislative Operations and Outreach Monthly Report for December and January. No questions or anything? Okay, this report will be received and filed. Anything in the President's report?
Yeah, a couple things. One, Saturday, the 19th, we'll have the coffee with the board here at 10 a.m. at the Village Hall here in this room. And on Monday, the 21st, is the Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast hosted by the Cultural Awareness Commissions. It's fully sold out. So that's a good thing. And Wednesday, January 3rd, the Wine Wednesday will take place at the Coyotes Japanese Steakhouse from 5:30 to 7:30.
Not January 3rd.
23rd. I'm just mumbling. Right, Joni? The restaurant is located at 4680 Hoffman Boulevard. On Tuesday, the 8th, I attended the Celtic Fest Commission meeting. And on Wednesday, January 9th, Trustee Stanton and I went out to Holmdel, New Jersey to visit Bell Works, Somerset Development, and it was an interesting trip. It was a quick trip, but...
You know, I found out that my nephew lives there.
Really?
Had I known, we could have called him, maybe had him for lunch or come over.
That's too bad. That's too bad. That's a small world.
Yeah.
Thursday, the 10th, we had our 4th of July Commission meeting, and on Saturday, the 12th, I attended the wake for Phyllis Camilleri, the mother of Jeff Camilleri, who serves on our Veterans Commission with Trustee Palafis. Trustee Palafis was there also. And on Sunday, the 13th, we attended the wake of Linda Hennigan. Linda served on a Fire Police Commission years ago, and this is the wife of Tim Hennigan, the Schaumburg Township Clerk. And that's all I have for now.
Thank you. I see no items in other or items in review. If I could have a motion for an adjournment.
So moved. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Moving right along, I'd like to call to order the Transportation and Road Improvement Committee for January 14th, 2019. Would the Secretary please call the roll?
Chairman Mills.
Present.
Vice Chairman Stanton.
Present.
Trustee Arnett.
Present.
Trustee Newell.
Present.
Trustee Palafis.
Present.
Trustee Gata.
Present.
Mayor McLeod.
Present.
Thank you. Look for a motion to approve the minutes of December 10th, 2018.
So moved.
I'll
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. New business this evening, request approval of two IDOT resolutions to appropriate motor fuel tax funds for A, the 2019 street revitalization project in an amount not to exceed $2,030,000, and B, 2019 traffic signal maintenance and Opticom repairs in an amount not to exceed $105,000.
So moved.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. These are pretty much routine, correct, Mr. Henke?
That's correct.
Housekeeping for this year's work. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Thank you. Under reports for information only, we have the Transportation Division Monthly Report. Anything you wish to highlight on that, Mr. Henke?
Not today.
Any questions? Seeing none, that will be marked received and filed. President's report.
Nothing else.
Is there anything else to come before this committee this evening? We do have one item in review that will be coming up in May. I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We are adjourned.
But not for the night.
No.
I'd like to call to order the Planning, Building, and Zoning Committee. May we have a roll call, please?
Chairman Stanton.
Present.
Vice Chairman Arnett.
Present.
Trustee Mills.
Present.
Trustee Newell.
Present.
Trustee Palafis.
Present.
Trustee Gata.
Present.
Mayor McLeod.
Present.
Thank you. We do have a quorum and looking for approval of the minutes of December 10th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Anybody notice any corrections or deletions that need to be made? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it, and they are approved. New business, we have 2 items. Number 1 has 3 parts to it, so bear with me as I read this. Request approval for 3 tax increment financing ordinances for the Lakewood Center TIF. A, an ordinance approving a tax increment redevelopment plan and project for the Lakewood Center redevelopment project area in the Village of Hoffman Estates, Cook and Kane Counties, Illinois, prepared by S.B. Friedman. B, an ordinance designating the Lakewood Center redevelopment project area in the Village of Hoffman Estates, Cook and Kane Counties, Illinois, a redevelopment project area pursuant to the Illinois Tax Increment Allocation Redevelopment Act. C, an ordinance adopting the use of tax increment allocation redevelopment financing for the Lakewood Center redevelopment project area in the Village of Hoffman Estates, Cook and Kane Counties, Illinois.
So moved.
Second.
You guys were all tongue-tied. You think I was going to keep talking here? Or Mark, you want to tell us what this is all about?
Sure. This is the same process that the village has gone through with the previous TIFs, Barrington Square, Roselle. I wasn't around when we did the Barrington Higgins TIF. But there are 3 ordinances required by state statute. The first one adopts the actual plan and project, which is the report prepared by S.B. Friedman. We had the public hearing last Monday night. Fran Rude Lafleur from S.B. Friedman presented the findings from that report, that it does, that this area does meet the TIF criteria to be designated as a blighted TIF. The second ordinance designates the redevelopment project area and states that the village follow the required procedures required by the statute. And then the third ordinance actually adopts the tax increment financing mechanism, which actually allows for the TIF to produce increment that will go towards eligible project costs. So these 3 ordinances together will create a TIF on the Lakewood or the vacant AT&T property. We've been working at this for several months now, as you are aware. The next step after this would be to consider a redevelopment agreement, which then sets forth the parameters for eligible project costs and how much the developer would get, how much the village would get, and things like that. With any amount of luck, we'll have that for you next week.
Thank you. Any questions up here?
And also, I must mention Larry Woodard from representing developers in the audience, should you have any questions of him.
Did you want to address us at all?
I'd just like to say thank you.
Okay, besides saying thank you, why don't you give us your name and address as well?
Thank you. Larry Woodard, W-O-O-D-A-R-D, 225 West Washington, Suite 2600 in Chicago.
Thank you. Now, anybody with any questions for Mr. Woodard? No? Okay. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Number 2, request by Hoffman Estates Acquisitions LLC and Somerset Development LLC to extend the time period from 180 days to 270 days to acquire the vacant AT&T campus for the CMU Commercial Mixed Use zoning to become effective.
So moved.
A second.
Thank you. Any discussion on this? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. We have 3 reports.
Trustee Stanton?
Yes.
Just to clarify, as Mr. Copland said, the next steps related to this Somerset development in the Lakewood TIF, redevelopment area TIF, would be two ordinances. One that is the redevelopment agreement, as sets out the parameters, as Mark said, and the second is the adoption of the TIF note. There'll be three different TIF notes. Our plan is right now to probably have a special PB&Z next Monday night with a special board the following Monday night, the 28th. We already want to have one of those related to the distribution of funds to the taxing districts related to EDA. So just to make sure you as a chairman are aware that the way things have been moving, especially the last week and today, we think we will complete these in the next day.
Yes, trustee Mills.
So in other words, even if we have the special PB&Z, we're not expecting to take it to the village board following that. It'll wait a week.
Right, it'll wait a week.
All right, that's good.
Okay, thank you for the information, Jim.
Thank you.
All right, the reports, Planning Division Monthly Report. Anybody have any questions, concerns, or anything you want to bring out on that? All right, that'll be received and filed. Code Enforcement Division Monthly Report. Anybody? No? Okay, that'll be received and filed. And if anybody has any questions on the Economic Development and Tourism Monthly Report, now's your chance to ask. No? Okay, that'll be received and filed. President's Report.
Nothing else, Chairman Stanton.
Thank you. We have nothing in other or items in review. So, motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. We are adjourned.